Meher Baba's life began quietly and it ended in silence. He was born Merwan Shehryar Irani in 1894 in the Indian town of Pune. His parents were Zoroastrian. His mother's family had come to India from Iran to escape religious persecution. His father, however, was a seeker of the truth and had come from Iran to India in search of God. Merwan attended British schools in Pune. He was an outstanding student and an excellent athlete. At the age of 19, while he was attending Deccan College, he met Hazrat Babajan, an aged Muslim woman from Afghanistan who lived in the open under a roadside neem tree. Babajan was regarded as a great spiritual figure by many of the residents of Pune. In fact, as Meher Baba later explained, Babajan was a God-realized soul and one of the 5 perfect masters of the age. It was Babajan who, with a kiss to his forehead, awakened Merwan to his spiritual destiny. Meher Baba's description of this event naturally leads into the world of mysticism, as he reveals for the first time what happens when the avatar is brought down to live in human form. He tells us that at all times there are 5 souls who are totally one with God. In the mystical traditions of the East, these 5 are known as perfect masters. They are man become God. Normally, they bear the responsibility for running the affairs of the universe. However, once every 700 or every 1400 years, they bring God down into human form. This descent of God is necessary because, while the perfect masters maintain control of the world, it's only the avatar who can change the world's destiny and bring about a new spiritual awakening. To effect this descent, the 5 perfect masters draw a veil of normal consciousness over the avatar and carefully arrange the circumstances of his birth. For a while, he appears as an ordinary person. And then, when the time is ripe, one of the perfect masters lifts this veil, and the avatar experiences his true existence as God. What happens next is the most critical period in the entire awakening. Working in concert, the 5 perfect masters train the avatar to balance his state of unlimited God realization with the limited consciousness of the normal or material world. This is difficult, as the material world is only a dim shadow of God's infinite existence and has no substance of its own. Essentially, the 5 perfect masters have to train the avatar to maintain his state of total enlightenment while existing in a dark world of shadows, without dissolving the shadows into light. It is very difficult for the avatar to achieve this delicate balance, but it is essential, for it affords him the ability to effect changes in the structure and the destiny of the world. This he achieves through all that he does, as his every act is grounded in the limitless existence of God. It was also during this training period, in the hands of the 5 perfect masters, that Merwan began gathering together a small group of disciples from Pune and Bombay. And once his training was complete, Merwan led them out to an abandoned military camp in a treeless and barren area near the town of Ahmednagar. Here, next to the severely impoverished village of Aranguan, he set about establishing the pillar of service to humanity that was to become one of his lifelong avataric tasks. Meher Baba, as he was now called, the name meaning compassionate father, established a free dispensary, hospital, and a school, and for the first time brought life's basic necessities to the destitute villages. While engaged in this work, he laboured to break down India's age-old religious and caste prejudices, stressing that God is equally in everyone. It was against this desolate but peacefully remote, arid landscape that Meher Baba began describing to his small group of followers the goal of life, the purpose of creation, and the avatar's role. He explained that it is the destiny of everyone to become one with God, and said that this process of man's perfection takes many lifetimes, first through innumerable subhuman forms, and then through many human forms. He expressed that the separation that leads the soul on its journey to union with God does not in reality exist. God alone is real. God is indivisible, infinite, and eternal. And God is uncreated, without a beginning nor an end. He said that the apparent division of God's infinity into an infinite number of forms is necessary so that God can express the limitless love and compassion that is his true nature. Without this apparent separation, there is no possibility of love between the lover and the beloved. He said that the charm of love generated by this separation is so great that God cannot resist taking human form once every 700 or every 1400 years. And he said that each time he comes, he gives a great push to all souls in creation on their journey back to oneness with him, explaining that when God manifests on earth in the form of man and reveals his divinity to mankind, he is recognized as the Avatar, the Messiah, the Prophet. Thus God becomes man. And Meher Baba also says that the past forms of the Avatar have been Zoroaster, Rama, Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, and Muhammad.